Spoilers for Space Marine 2. This is your one warning. Okay, so I've been getting a lot of people asking me, what do I think about Leandros in Space Marine 2? Does it make sense? Does it? For those who have not played Space Marine 1, Leandros was your squad mate back in Space Marine 1. He's actually the guy who reported Titus to the Inquisition. Because the writers back in Space Marine 1 wanted a representation about how inflexible the Imperium is, and just how narrow-minded Imperials, including Space Marines, can be. Then cut to the end of Space Marine 2, because at the end of the game, we find out that the Chaplin that's been harassing us the entire time is Leandros. Which personally wasn't a shock to me, because who else would act that antagonistic towards Titus? Which, following Leandros' character from Space Marine 1 into Space Marine 2, it makes sense that he would have become a chaplain. Whether it be because his personality needs him to have that narrow point of view, or it could have been his experiences on Graia made him have a revelation that he should be a chaplain. Or it could have been both. Now, I know a few people are going to ask, why didn't the Ultramarines chapter master or any other chapter officers cave Leandros' skull in? There's a couple of reasons for it, but here are the major ones. 1. Punishing Leandros in any way, shape, or form would have looked bad. There's politics to be played here, and punishing the guy that is basically saying, hey, that one guy over there might be a heretic, is not a good look in the Imperium. 2. Titus's warp resistance worried the Ultramarines. Yeah, it's hardly brought fucking up at all in Space Marine 2, but the entire plot of Space Marine 1 is that Titus had some sort of resistance to the warp. And that's never been elaborated on or expanded upon. Which is part of the reason why Leandros reported him to the Inquisition. So yeah, Marnie has said at the end of the game that his wrath was great when he learned what happened, but you can't really push back against the Inquisition when that much evidence is stacked against Titus. Alright, but how do I personally feel about it? I have a lot of problems with Space Marine 2's plot just being a rehash of Space Marine 1's plot. Like, verbatim, just replace Luz with Drogon. But it being revealed at the end that Leandros was the chaplain, I think is a pretty good plot. Because it gives Titus and Leandros that chance to have a dialogue. Because that conversation will be so fucking fun. Especially with the nuance that Titus has learned that, hey, I should have communicated better. And hey, when Space Marine 3 comes, maybe we can actually get a good story this time. Good gameplay does not equal a good story. Do not get those two conflated. And actually give Titus a character again.